Manga, and more manga. I read a lot of it in my spare time, and by spare time, I mean at work. So much so that I decided to say, hey, screw it, let's see if any of these are worth your time. And with time in mind, I'm not going to waste any of yours. Let's see if this manga is for you in 10 minutes or less. DanDaDan is a manga published in Shonen Jump Plus by Tatsu Yukinobo, starting in April 6th of 2021, and as of this recording has only 22 chapters. The story follows Momo Ayase, a girl who believes in ghosts but not aliens, and Ken Takakura, a boy who believes in aliens but not ghosts. As they decide to separately visit a place where their respective phenomena are present, they both find that, oh crap, neither are wrong. Momo gets kidnapped by aliens, and Ken, or as we will later be known as Okarun, gets possessed by an old grandma spirit who's very obsessed with eating schlongs. So after Momo gets abducted and finds out she has psychic powers, because why not, and Okarun gets possessed by the schlong-eating phantom and gets her powers, because why not, they defeat the aliens and all seems well. Except for one thing. Okarun's meat and potatoes are missing. Taken. After a big scuffle with giant enemy crabs, the old lady, and dozens of ghost marathon runners, all seems to be good until Okarun's balls are still, you guessed it, missing. And the two will go on a quest fighting other spirits and training to get strong, all to get Okarun's balls back. And that's the story up till now. The characters in this manga are a lot of fun. To start with Okarun and Momo. Okarun is the most reluctant of reluctant heroes. He has a good side to him, and in fact, as the manga goes on, you see him try, mostly fail, to toughen up and become more than just some nerd, some schlub. And in that case, he's very endearing. I would akin him to someone like, say, Suna from Reborn. A character who wants nothing to do with any of this, but he will do it in the end because he knows it's the right thing to do. Also to get his balls back. Did I mention that? Momo follows that sentiment of a girl who doesn't exactly know what to do, she just knows she has to do it. She hates the fact that some science wimp shares the name with the person that she loves, that being Ken Takakura, and the fact that she's just such a wimp. But in a way, she also finds Okarun charming. Honestly, the way she warms up to him comes off really natural and without rushing too much into the whole semi-romantic stuff they got there. The way our main leads interact with each other flows really well and is very down to earth. The way they play off of each other feels like this manga would not be able to survive if just one of them was in the main role. To some that may be a detriment, but I think for this manga it works really well. It's been a while since I've read a buddy action manga where the two actually feel like buddies. They have spats, they have their points of synergy, and hey, there's even points where they just feel like they miss each other. Not in a romantic way, they just miss each other. It's fantastic, it's real, it's almost like a real friendship. In a way, seeing them grow closer, even if it's reluctantly, is very nice. It gives the story a lot of heart. Beyond them, we have Momo's grandmother Hoshiko, a spirit medium who's just as wacky as fun as any grandmother character would be, but with the twist that she looks like Bayonetta, which is weird, and the grandma spirit mentioned earlier, possessing a Maneki Neko doll. Why is she possessing it? Well, essentially the deal is, she'll help Okarun get his balls back as long as she gets her powers back at the end. All these characters make up our core group of heroes, and we're in the middle of potentially getting a second possessed hero in our ranks, but that's going a little bit too much into spoilers. Overall, the cast is completely fantastic. I love them all. They all have their quirks, they all have their nice little moments, and you can feel that if these were the only ones we had, this is a pretty good core group. I think this could carry the entire manga if these were the only four that we stuck with. The art is amazing, absolutely gorgeous in some panels. It has this vibe I haven't felt since Bleach, and yes, that is a good thing. It has this aura of just cool. Everything from the character design, to the world, to the ghosts, to the power-up forms of Okarun, it's just awesome. There's a lot of scratchy lines and harsh contrasts that help the world just pop. It makes certain moments feel like they're actually lighting up the whole scene, as if they're really bright. It's fantastic. Not to mention, but Tatsu has this really cool way of angling his panels to make the action take the flow he desires. If the scene's supposed to be speeding along, he gets it. If it needs to feel dark and ominous, he gets it. And the manga is filled with that kind of thought in mind. It's great. It's possibly one of my favorite art styles that I've encountered in a long time. The only real slight I have against the manga as of now is the pacing. It went completely breakneck at the beginning, but as it went along, I believe Tatsu realized he needed to slow down. If not, he would finish the story way too fast. But again, this is also deeming the ball retrieval arc, I can't believe I actually said that on live mic, is the main arc of the story? We don't really know, and may actually have more arcs as we go along. Either way, it does feel like it needs to find its footing. It needs to really just plan out what it needs to do, because it's either going to go too slow or too fast. Right now, it's not that bad. It's noticeable, but it's not that bad. It's not Naruto War Arc terrible, I'll say it like that. But it can do a little bit of tweaking here and there. But I think Tatsu is smart enough, and he's even showing that in the more recent chapters, he's getting the hang of it. So let's see what he gets from there. Overall, DanDaDan is a fantastic read. We're only 22 chapters in, but already it's becoming extremely popular. When I first wrote this script, nobody had heard of it. We were only on chapter 3. But then, apparently, the creator of the Chainsaw Man manga said, hey, go read this, and now everybody knows about it, which honestly is fantastic. This manga is way too creative to not be in the mainstream. Everybody needs to see this manga. It is fantastic. I love the art. I love the characters. I love the action. I love the story so far. Again, yes, the pacing does need a little bit of work, but I think overall it is a great time. We're only 22 chapters in. So if you need something and you want to catch up with something, this is a pretty good manga to do it with. Because I know a lot of people will see like shonen manga or shoujo manga and stuff like that and be like, it's already like 100 chapters in, so what's the point? Dude, 22 chapters, you can read it in a day. It's fantastic. I cannot recommend it enough. Great stuff. And that is time. So that is everything I'm going to be able to tell you guys today, because we're still under the 10-minute time limit. I get to show a little bit. So if you like what you listened to and heard and liked all the information you got from this video, please like, comment, subscribe. Check out these other videos. I'm AJ, and I will see you next time for another Is This Manga Good For You in 10 minutes or less. Bye-bye.